Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in the struggle coming right back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, I was away because YouTube punished me for 1 week for something that I wasn't guilty of. In fact, I took a second and third look into my video as to why I was punished for. They gave me one strike because I was punished for 1 week. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. See, because the truth cannot be stopped. The truth is the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want you to understand. I want you to be aware, because the purpose of these videos are to make you aware, to make you understand as to why you are seeing what you are seeing right here in these last days of this last human generation as we know it. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget the links that I will send you. Okay? I will talk about the eternal two realities. See, when we sinned by disobeying our Creator, when we went up against our Creator, ladies and gentlemen, we were introduced to a second left-handed reality. Okay? And this reality is composed of, what you see in it. You are living it. You are feeling it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me read some of these things. There are two paths in life. There are two realities. And those who do not want to accept it or understand it are in denial, in fatal denial, subject to the games, to the devil's games, whose name is Satan, whose real name is Satan. And his games are many. And his skills are many. And we human beings, we don't see them. And when we do, it's too late. And then we are destroyed. Let me give you an example. Hollywood's artists, the entertainment industry, they have sold their soul to the beast. Because the beast, this is the beast system, ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to believe it or not. The beast control Hollywood, control science, control, you name it, control your education system, control this whole system. Okay. So these are the parallel realities. First, let me give you the consequences and the casualties which came along with the devil's reality. The dark reality came the teaching of the theory of evolution, which is taught in universities and colleges and schools all over the world, especially the United States. Satanic symbols are all over the place, even in the food products that you eat, the food product that you buy at your supermarket. Look at them. Sun worshippers, which came from Semiramis, Nimrod's wife and mother at the same time. Religion has been the greatest trick play on humanity. Politics, wars, created diseases, legalization of drugs, drug trafficking, witchcraft, homicides, envies, gossiping, adultery, lies, greed, resentment, hate, death, abortion, drunkenness. Now this is the great I am's reality. Love towards your fellow human beings. Forgiveness, peace, happiness, compassion, hospitable, good health, understanding your fellow human being, patience, willingness, being humble, being protected by the great I am God, no bad feelings, a sane mind. So, as I have explained to you, ladies and gentlemen, we live into reality, and here are other examples: life and death, light and darkness. In fact, the Freemasons who controls the United States, ladies and gentlemen, they admire the art of duality, the yin yang. They love that. Because they say that without evil, there wouldn't be no good. This is a spiritual battle, ladies and gentlemen. Humanity is at its end. Not the end of this planet, not the destruction of this planet, but the destruction of this system. This system, I mean, they talk about, they've been talking about this sustainable agenda that they've been working on, that is gonna kick in on 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, please wake the hell up. You have been lied to, you have been tricked by your religious leaders. In fact, I'm gonna see if I can send you didn't I tell you that there was gonna be a one world religion soon? Well, in the year 2022, next year, there's going to be in Dubai, there's gonna be 3 temples. One, a Jewish temple. Then an Islamic temple, and then right smack in the middle, the Roman Catholic temple, the Christianity temple. Ladies and gentlemen, this world, man on this planet think that by playing God, they will usher in a utopia, a new world order, when in reality is the Antichrist system. Because whether you want to believe it or not, this world is controlled by the devil himself. Whether you believe in him, whether you think that he's a figure of somebody's imagination that wrote it down, no. I mean, look at the result. The leaders have always governed society by dividing and conquering. By creating a problem, watching people's reaction, and coming up with a solution. Aren't we living that right now, all over this planet? Ladies and gentlemen, it was a mandatory job at my job. You either get jabbed or you lose your job. Sad. I work for the government. But check this out. I fought the system. Because everyone in the United States has, I mean, not everyone, I'm saying, hold on, we all have the right to believe, to have our own spiritual, right? Spiritual beliefs. Of course, there's only one, but we all have that right. And if you stand up for your spiritual belief, then you don't have to get jabbed. And I got approved. Okay? I don't want to get jabbed, so I fought it, and I got approved. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for 2022. Because if you thought that 2019, 2020, or 2021 was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet, baby. Remember what I said about 2022. It is the number 6. The beast, demons, will be released onto this planet. From the abyss, from the abyss. Believe it or not. The reason I make this video is because I love you all. And I want to make sure that before this whole thing is destroyed, that God can set you apart. Because God would set people apart, and He would bring it somewhere in the earth. I think, in fact, it would be back in the desert, like in Moses' time. This whole world, let me say it again. This whole world is an illusion, is a lie. Okay? That's why your politicians lie to you and you believe them. Your religious leaders. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, think of this. Think of this for a minute. Check this. How can you follow a man that is a sinner as you, same as you? And don't tell me that I'm doing the same thing. And I'm not asking you to follow me. In fact, I'm not even asking you to subscribe to my channel. If you do, that would be great. Because then you will be part of an army, of a spiritual army that God is recruiting. And throughout history, we have been considered weird. We have been considered outcast. We have been considered people, we have been mocked. People that don't have a life. It is sad. But this is what we have to deal with. People they're overemphasizing the dimension that we currently have in the White House. That's, ladies and gentlemen, he is the president of the United States, but only in name. The establishment tells him what to do. Remember, your votes don't count. As much as they try to convince you by passing voting laws, your votes don't count. And this thing about Republican versus Democrats, don't believe that, because they're all the same. They're all on the same. Don't think that Donald Trump is your savior. Oh, I hope he runs for 2024 and he's gonna. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Most people that follow this system have been jabbed. So we are living in two realities. We are living in truth and lie. Where are you going to be found? In the reality that man is creating by playing God? And then they lie to you. They tell you, well, we got this. And you go and jump on it. Well, no, we have another one. Okay? So of course you know what I'm talking about. Okay? You know what I'm talking about. That thing that starts with C. That people are getting jabbed for. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Take a look at the links. But remember this. I used those links because they are good in vision, they are good in explaining, but I don't follow no religion. Religion was an inspiration of the devil. In fact, religions have sold their soul to the government. That's why the government tell them what to do. So let's go back to the reality of Christmas. A lot of people are celebrating Christmas. Do you really think that if this was a true, holy day straight from God, do you think that men would try to mess with it? Of course not. But they know this is a man-made, they know the history. This is a man-made tradition which came out of Nimrod and his mother wife, Semiramis, whom people call by different name, Ishtar, Columbia, and that's where you see that lady, Columbia picture, the Statue of Liberty. The idea came from her. And you got Lady Diana, Minerva, the goddess Minerva, Aphrodite, the sex goddess, ladies, and so on and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, God is going to set apart. There's not going to be no rapture. Rapture is a lie. You name it, ladies and gentlemen. Everything on this planet is a lie. You have been lied to. And I beg of you to please take a look at the links that I will send you to show you that what you are living, what this whole world is going through, it was always part of the plan. Because remember who's in charge right now, okay? Whether you want to believe it or not, the devil is in charge. In fact, have you taken a look at Mr. Biden? See how ridiculous, how clownish this man is? You know why he is like that? It's not because he's old. It's because he's compromised. It's because this man is possessed by many demons. And you see the psychological games that they play with you? First you do this. Oh, that didn't work. Let's go do this. And then they try to push it to your face. No, you got to do this now. Let us read the Bible, ladies and gentlemen. Matthew 7. Matthew 7. Okay? Matthew 7. You got to understand that this book was written by men so that we can understand it, yes. But it was inspired, the words of God, the Holy Ghost, the great I am. Hallelujah. So, chapter Matthew chapter 7, starting on verse 13, it says, enter you in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in their act. 14, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. 15, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So, ladies and gentlemen, what the Bible just told you is that there are two gateways. There are two paths that you can go by. In fact, I'm also going to include in the links the songs by Led Zeppelin, that satanic group singing the satanic song, which was once considered the most beautiful melody in the history of rock and roll. But of course, it's a satanic, it's called Stairway to Heaven. In fact, one of the members of Led Zeppelin, I believe is the lead singer, he bought the house that belonged to Aleister Crowley. In fact, they sing to him. Okay? These people are Satanists. Satanism is real. But it is a game. It is a joke. It is a clown show. Okay? So it's witchcraft. It is real, but it is a clown, because people that practice it were burned. And just to give you a little taste of it, look what's happening in Haiti. Those people practice voodoo. Voodoo is real, ladies and gentlemen. But look on the circumstances, under the circumstances that those people live under. There are many killings in the United States right now. Crime is off the chart. Why do you think that is? Because this, I'm not even going to call it a nation. This is a corporation called America. And this corporation is being run by evil men. Remember, almost all, if not, I think it's all of its president, of America's president, have been Freemasons. Do you know what Freemason is? It's a satanic organization, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, please take a look at your dollar bill, the one that you work so hard for. What does that say? In God we trust. Do you really think, no matter how naive you are, do you really, oh man, this thing is, the lights bothers me, the glare. Do you really think that the money, that in the words "in God we trust" is referring to the real God, the one that created heaven and earth, the sea, the stars, the sun, the moon, your mountains? Do you really think that that is the true God that they worship? Then we should be living in an utopia. Never mind the New World Order. We should have been living there, okay? But unfortunately, it's not. It is a lie. The God that they're pushing is whom they call, because they're so ridiculous. They even call him by the name for which he was known before he went up against God, because they still consider him God, so they call him Lucifer. Okay, it is very sad, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, a lot of people, they talk about Joe Biden and the Democrats and this and that, and that the Republicans are going to take over. Haven't the Republicans been there before? What have they done? It is a game, ladies and gentlemen. What are the Democrats doing? I call them Democrats. and then Republican evil. Let's keep going. Proverbs. Let us go to Proverbs. Proverbs 4, verse 19. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. In fact, I'm gonna read from 14 to 19. 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, or go not in the way of evil men. 15. Avoid it. Pass not by it. Pass not by it. Turn from it and pass away. 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. Excuse me. 15. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. 18. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. And then the 19 is, the way of the wicked is as darkness. They not know at what they stumble. Now let's go to Romans 8. So you see what Proverbs is telling you? Again, it's talking about the different ways that there are in life. And that we are Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8. Now, why is humanity, why is human nature the way it is? Because of what it says. And Romans chapter 8, written by the Apostle Paul. Verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against God. For it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. The minding of the flesh. Okay? So, in other words, in verse 8, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please God. If you live to please your carnal desires, then you are not pleasing God. By following these 10 commandments, by preaching this gospel by example, this good news, because ladies and gentlemen, this light of this dark humanity's tunnel. Let us go again back to Proverbs 14. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And isn't humanity dying at a level that we have never seen before? People are dying of everything out there. You have a mental health crisis out there. People are committing suicide. People are using fentanyl, which is the drug. Or flakka, you name it. People are, basically killing themselves, ladies and gentlemen, because soon there will come a time when people will seek, when humans will seek death, but death will flee from them. In fact, I wasn't going to read it. It wasn't in the plans, but I will read it for you. Revelation chapter 9. Revelation chapter 9, verse 6. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. That's how bad it's going to get. Okay? And the last verse, and I promise you, since I'm here, Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. Ladies and gentlemen, this is talking about the level of consciousness. Because there's a subconscious mind and there's the conscious mind. The one that the devil works is the subconscious mind. We live in a United States of America that is replete with psychological operations all the time, thrown at you by the CIA, by the Secret Service. What do you think they call Secret Service? Like secret societies, because they are all in cahoot. They are all the same. Take a look at the signs. Remember what I told you about what Confucius says. Government, society, nations are not ruled by laws or rules. They are ruled by symbols. That's where the power lies. Okay? That's why you see the symbol, people using the symbols. Or carving their eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, please. We live in a 666 system. And what is coming on 2022 is the first number of the 6. 22, remember, in numerology, 0 doesn't have any value. So you got 20, 22, you got 2, 2, 2, 6. Imagine when you get to June 6, 2022. Just watch. The number of the beast right there. 6, month 6, day 6. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is no joke. I cannot say too much in here because, YouTube will censor my video. Because we no longer live in a free society, ladies and gentlemen. You are not free. You think you are free. But we live under a slavery system, but slavery of the mind. Are you living under the red pill influence, or are you living under the blue pill influence? Most people are living under the blue pill's influence. They took the blue pill and they love it. They wake up like nothing happens, and they keep going, living and doing what they want to do. They plug to the system. You take the red pill, and that's why Morpheus says, I'm going to show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, Morpheus is a name which, this is the god of dreams. Morpheus is the god of dreams, ladies and gentlemen. I explained that to you before. So remember, we are living two realities. And which side of reality are you living under? The one that man is showing you, and their God, in God they trust, in God we trust, that's imprinted in your dollar bill, or are you going to stand by the Creator, the God family? Okay? And what is the God family composed of? The great I am, God the Father, the one that created us. Then comes the mother, which is, her name is Ruach Akadesh. That's her Hebrew name. But of course, the first beast, the Roman Catholic Church, changed the name, gave it a mere sound to it. Back in the Roman Empire, so Sancta, what they say? Spiritu Sanctus. So they gave it like a man name, but in reality, she's the God. She's the mother. She's the one that gave us the breath. She's the breath of life. She's the one that created the rainbow. She was the one that created the flowers. She's the one. She's the nature. She's a mother, like a mother that gives you breast when you were born, give you milk from her breast, gives you her warmth and love. That's what a mother does. That's the mother. Then you have the Son, whom the world knows as Christ, whose real name is Yahushua, who died not on the cross, because that's another thing. That people, like I said, people are living under a lie pushed by the Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Catholic Church, ladies and gentlemen, the Bible, the Roman Catholic Church Bible is composed of 73 books. You know why? Because they took 17 books out of the original books, and they left it with 66. The name, the number of the beast. Remember? You see what I've been telling you. I don't know if you remember, but I've been saying that. These people are evil. There's division amongst them. The Roman Catholic Church is in crisis right now. And you know why? Because the Pope that we have now is not going to be the one that is going to be revealed as the Antichrist, not as the Antichrist, but as the son of perdition. Listen to me. It wouldn't surprise me if it's Pope John Pope II, the one that died back in 2005. He was known as the traveling Pope. Did you know that he's the only one that has a webcam showing his tomb? He's the only Pope. Do you know why that is? Because they want to make sure that you see when he comes back. He's not dead, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know that the Pope, John Pope II, is not dead? He will come back, and people are going to be amazed. And then this man is going to be dealing with the devils, man. They're getting ready in 2022. One world religion. I told you it was coming. Everything that I've been telling you is here. Okay? So please, do not follow this annoys heart, because they already got you, right? They already got you following these traditions. Ladies and gentlemen, wake the hell up. They got you following Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the one that I used to know. Okay? Yeah, they got you they're distracting you. I'm going to show you how evil and the beginning, how Christmas was created. Will you believe it? Do you know that the name Saint Nick, do you know he talks about the Bible? He talks about he's referring to the devil. See how deceived we are? In fact, go to Google it yourself. Saint Nick. The meaning of Saint Nick. Okay? There's even songs to Saint Nick. People, this whole planet is worshiping the devil on all levels, on different levels, but you name it. exponentially. This whole world is worshiping the devil. Everybody believes in Christmas. Why would you believe in something that was created out of a lie? If a baby is born in the winter time, will you leave him will a mother leave that baby where the animals are? Of course not. He will freeze to death because he was not even born, and he didn't ask for us to celebrate his birthday or his death. That's all Roman Catholic Church garbage, which is part of the art, the art of deceiving you. This whole world is deceived. Please come out of her, my people. This is all I have for you for now. But remember, we are living into reality. You got the people that are plugged into the system, and you got the people that are unplugged, which are God's soldiers, which sees reality, which know how the enemy works, his games. In fact, when I used to work as a door-to-door salesman many, many moons ago, ladies and gentlemen, check this. Check this. By me making a good impression, if I was invited into somebody's house, I had to sell. There was no way I was going to come out of there without selling something. I used to work because that's where I grew up, in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut area. Okay? Yeah. It's sad, ladies and gentlemen. But that's how it is. And the same thing has been happening since 2019. You have been sold a lie and you have believed it. And now you must eat it. You have fallen for this. And you are going to become part of the consequences of those lies. Casualty of war. Well, this would be the casualty of you following the lie. Do you know why government always supports the lower nature in humanity? Whether it's legalizing drugs, in particular in the United States. Legalizing drugs. Bailing out criminals. Abortion. Supporting the gay agenda. You know why this is, ladies and gentlemen? The homosexuality agenda? Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you support that, then you will control people. And if you control them, you have them. And then a lot of people are going to die. I mean, take a look at this crazy, evil, possessed lady, Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago. That lady, and that's when you know when your votes don't count. They put that lady there to make sure that the tribe of Judah, the black people in America, suffers. Where's Black Lives Matter when you need them? See, they don't care. In fact, Black Lives Matter want to destroy the family because they're Marxists. I mean, these people are evil. And that's why they are being financed by George Soros. See? This reminds me when I used to sell drugs. I used to sell drugs, right? I used to be a drug trafficker in years ago in New York, which is where I grew up. Me, by selling drugs to people, made me tremendous profit. I had a lot of money. I out a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. But you know what? Do you really think that I really care about people killing themselves with drugs? Of course not. Because I was giving them what they wanted. Called the rich man's drugs, cocaine. I started with heroin. A lot of people talk about why the United States was in Afghanistan. Do you know that 85% of all the populace where morphine comes out of and where heroin comes out of? I mean, the United States made billions, countless billions of dollars. I've stayed there over 20 years. No wonder they left the way they did, because it was an evil mission to begin with. And this man that's in the White House, he exposed it and you didn't even see it. That's why we left, and that's why we left a lot of people behind. We don't care. The United States is the world's biggest drug traffickers. Wake the hell up. Legal and illegal drugs. And people are being distracted with the what? Netflix, with the cable, with their television. Turn off your television. May God bless you. Once again, don't forget to see the links. And remember, I make this video out of love because I love you. I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care who you are. I love you. Because, see, I live these 10 commandments. And the commandment is the two greatest commandments, it's which compose this 10 commandment is love thy God with all your mind, with all your heart, and love your brother man as thyself, with all your might, as thyself. You have that, then you don't have no problem. That's how I live my life. See, we are going to be judged according how we live our life. Religion is not going to save you. It's how you live your life. That's how you're going to be judged. And there's a judgment coming. Believe it or not. And if you believe in evolution, then I have one question, and then I'm closing this video. If you believe in the purpose of evolution, even the word itself is telling you we should evolve to get better. But indeed, we have gotten worse. We have gotten evil. We destroy each other. We destroy even the life that's inside our womb. Okay? We assault life itself. We are life destroyers. We have the created nuclear and atomic supersonic weapons that is not going to be used. Forget about these rumors of wars, because these are for the Gentiles. This Edomite system is about to come crashing down, and we're going to be on top. But the devil wants to take as many people, especially of the real God's people, as much as he can down with him, just to irritate the heck out of God. But we already know the game. We already know the plan. God prophesied all of this that we are going through. The prophecies are coming through, are fulfilling right before your eyes. Wake up, people. Forget about this nuclear war. That's not going to happen. Because first what's going to happen is God is going to take his people out. 12,000 of each tribe. And then, regardless of your color, whether you white, it doesn't matter. Whether you are Native Americans, which belong to the tribe of God, it doesn't matter. As long as you live according to God, God doesn't see skin color. We do. And that's it. And that's why the devil have used that. Racism doesn't exist. This is spiritual war. Because if I hate you for being black or white, then what that makes me? That makes me evil. So you see, it transcends racism. Racism is just a distraction word. May God bless you. So I want you to keep that question in mind. If evolution is real, how come we have evolved to self-destruct? Because that's exactly what we're doing. And forget about climate change. Climate change, the climate always has changed. That's just an excuse for the apocalyptic situation that man playing God is going to bring down to earth. That's the devil's agenda, to take as many people out as he can. Will you fall under? Will you be destroyed because they want you to be? You take care. God bless you.